This week on Good Morning Illini, we'll take a look at the newly reopened Campus Recreation Center East.
Later, we'll dive into Illinois choirs and find out how they give back to the community.
And later, we'll learn about resident issues at the 707 apartment building.
Or I still have to make the trip to the Arc to take a shower there.
All this and more on the next 30 minutes of Good Morning Illini.
Good morning, Illini. It's February 18th. I'm Humberto Gil Sanchez.
And I'm Aaliyah Rumpelaman. It's a great day to have you with us.
You know, I am so glad to be back in the studio today. The weather has been looking rough, but you know what? It's perfectly fine because I'm really excited to be here to, be at this new show talking to everyone and specifically talking to you about some nice news today.
Yeah, it definitely was pretty icy and snowy out there, but I'm just happy we made it to the studio today.
Yeah, no, for real, the winter weather was crazy. But yeah, yesterday morning, Chancellor Jones sent a mass mail on the university's mask mandate. Beginning on Monday, February 28th, face coverings will still be required in instructional spaces during in-person classes. However, they will no longer be required indoors at non-instructional university buildings. There are many exceptions to this new guideline. Face coverings must still be worn in healthcare facilities, on public transit, and during certain university events. All COVID-19 testing requirements will remain per usual, and building access status will continue to be checked. Proof of a negative COVID-19 test or vaccination will no longer be required to attend university-sponsored events, including events at the State Farm Center and commencement ceremonies.
And now joining us is Grace Brinkman to tell us about weather.
Yeah, hi. So that winter storm last night, oh my gosh, it was brutal. But today, luckily it's sunny out with 17 degrees and a low of 6 tonight. I'll be back later to give you your full weather report.
At the beginning of the pandemic, there was a lot of confusion. Many people couldn't even get tested. That all changed after the university developed their rapid COVID test 2 years ago. Since then, the technology has gained much more widespread use than just UIUC. Let's take a look.
The University of Illinois developed COVID Shield in 2020. It's a saliva-based COVID test free of charge to Illinois students, faculty, and staff, and has been since students returned to campus amid the pandemic. The test gets rapid results within 6 to 12 hours, and is a large reason Illinois was able to return to the classroom so smoothly. While it is a rapid test, the FDA found it matched negative results with opposing tests 99% of the time, and positive results 96% of the time. The state of Illinois saw how well the test worked at the U of I and wanted to adopt it nearly statewide. Now, COVID Shield's tests are available for free all over, including at over 1,500 schools, more than 55 universities, and 25 community testing sites. Ben Taylor, a Shield representative, says this expansion is really showing Shield's mission.
It really shows the mission of Shield Illinois to serve the people of our state through providing those safe in-person experiences, whether it's work or your kid's school environment.
Illinois receives all results to process data and determine official state numbers, and those numbers are dropping. There are fewer than 3,000 positive test results per day. Back in January, that number was over 40,000 according to the Illinois Department of Public Health. Here on campus, there were just 10 new cases reported Monday, and the positivity rate stands below 1%, according to Shield's testing data.
Producer Neshmia Malik sat down with Champaign County Health Department Administrator and epidemiologist Dr. Owais Vade for more information.
Which has been going on for more than a year and a half now, almost close to 2 years. And then there's also the Shield CU, which is specifically a partnership between Shield and OSF Healthcare, which provides testing to Champaign-Urbana residents. And they have about 3 locations in Champaign County where people can test. Shield Illinois is a different initiative, which is statewide. And that has been in operation for close to a year now. So it's not a new initiative. It has been going on for, I believe, close to a year, at least 9 months. And they have expanded to thousands of schools across Illinois, and many schools in Champaign have also utilized their services all the way in the fall semester, as well as utilizing now in the spring semester. And Shield, Illinois is also has also expanded to other campuses across the country, including even some international locations such as New Zealand as well. So I don't think. So first of all, it's great that they're expanding because people love the service. It's easy to use and much more accurate as well. It identifies infections much earlier in the infectious period. So that is really helpful. And it is not it is not like a nasopharyngeal swab where you have to insert the swab in your nose. So it's a lot easy to administer as well. You don't need expertise in staffing to administer that test as well. It is self-administered. And the turnaround time has so far been pretty good, within 24 hours, around 24 hours, but at most times it is even 12 hours or less. So again, from our perspective, having Shield testing available for campus students and the Shield CU for the Champaign-Urbana community has been very helpful for our community, plus the expansion of Shield Illinois or in all counties in Illinois, plus outside of Illinois, has been a good move for the general public health and prevention of COVID as well. Illinois is the arm of the Illinois system, which has been working on expanding the saliva-based testing to make it commercially available as well. Again, I think that was not the original intent of Shield testing. It was primarily to support the university system and then the communities where they are in. But since then, they have expanded that. So they have a contract with the state to run multiple facilities across Illinois, and they have been working with school districts. Like I said, thousands of schools across Illinois are already using it. So it has already expanded to a lot more locations. Now, if it is going to become commercially available, at every street corner, I don't know if that is going to be the intent of that testing. And again, that testing was not meant to be a competition for other providers like Walgreens or CVS or other commercial providers as well. If with decrease in the number of cases now, with the availability of at-home rapid testing, federal government providing at-home rapid testing to families as well, there may not be that high of a demand for so many service providers to provide saliva-based testing or nasopharyngeal testing at every street corner.
The 707 apartment building on Green Street now has hot water again after over a week without the heat exchanger needed to be fixed. A new boiler was installed last Thursday, and most units had hot water again within a few hours. Some residents dealt with the cold water throughout the week. Others used showers available at the ARC and select model units within the building. However, not everyone got their hot water back, and some units on the higher floors are still struggling to get it.
But it is still an issue because I still have to use, communal showers, or I still have to ask my friends, can I come shower at your place today? Or I still have to make the trip to the ARC to take a shower there.
And now here we have our weather woman, Grace Brinkman, to tell us about the weather.
Yeah, that ice storm was insane last night. I couldn't even get my car door open. It was ice shut this morning to get to work.
Yeah, no, I 100% feel that. This morning trying to get my car door open, it did not budge. Also, my car battery was dead because of the cold weather, but thankfully I got here safely.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you got here safely because unfortunately that was not the case for some unfortunate people last night. As you can see in this video, this is a video taken on I-57. There are 6 semis on the side of the road and also a Prius that skidded off the icy highway. That was just one of the accidents on the icy roads. Let's take a look at what's coming this weekend. On Saturday, the temperature will increase to a high of 30 with sunny conditions. And on Sunday, the sun will also be out, thankfully, with a high of 46. But there will be wind chill, so you might not feel it, and it might not be so warm. Hopefully, we see more of these sunny temperatures, because I don't know about you, but I'm over this cold weather. Back to you, Aaliyah.
Coming up after the break, we'll show you a community sustainability event that focuses on turning lights off around campus.
We'll also catch up with the women's tennis team and learn about 2 freshmen who are having a breakout season.
Fall semester to like now, I think I've already improved so much, and like I give all credit to them. Like, yeah, I put in the work, but like I wouldn't have done it without them, and they've just played a huge role in just improving my tennis already.
Here's what you missed on UI7 Live. We covered Champaign City Council's resolution to reduce gun violence in the community. Then we looked at Urbana High School implementing metal detectors. And finally, for wrestling fans, IHSA State Wrestling is back in Champaign this week at State Farm Center since 2020. To rewatch the show, check out UI7 Live on Vimeo and tune in Thursday at 11:30 a.m. for another episode of your UI7 News.
Coming up next week, the Illini women's basketball team has brought in some very important pieces this season, but from other schools. Find out how important the transfers Sara Anastasiewska, Demila Brown, Kendall Bostic, and Eva Rubin have been to the team and what they have done to contribute. Even though their impacts may not show because of the team's record, their presence on the court has been a huge difference for Coach Nancy Faye's squad. Catch this story and more on next week's Illini Sports Night.
Guys, my friend is about to join us. Oh, here she comes! Good morning! First shuffle.
Here we go, here we go.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take you for a ride. I had a premonition and we fell into the rhythm with the music, don't stop for life. Get down to the ground and pull down a ring and say, marry me, Julia, you never have to be alone. Hello. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, Lincoln on a bear. Submit your request to our Instagram DM for the next couple.
Welcome back to Good Morning Illini. On Wednesday, the University of Illinois Choral Division performed a free concert at the First Presbyterian Church. After attending the event, I was able to talk to the conductor and the pastor of the church to get a little bit more insight on the concert.
The First Presbyterian Church was filled with people that were ready to listen to 2 dynamic classical pieces performed by the Illinois Choral Division. The pieces they performed were composed by J.S. Bach and the other by Heinrich Schutz. Matthew Christopher Shepard, the conductor for the concert, is currently a teaching assistant at the University of Illinois, assisting with the UIUC Chamber Choir and the Oratorio Society. Asking him what this concert meant for him, he said,
So this cantata for me was meaningful in a way that was educational, that all of these elements that we're working on with our teacher, we were able to sort of put those into effect in this concert, and sort of a lot of growth and learning comes from actually putting on a concert and not just talking about it.
After the concert concluded, I was able to talk to Matt Matthews, one of the pastors for the church, and get his perspective on the concert. He said,
Concerts like this help the community by giving the community a chance to pause, to gather, and to be transported. You know, music like this is transcendent. I mean, it takes us from where we are and allows us to kind of rise and get some perspective of our ordinary lives. I mean, it's just song, but it's song that does a beautiful thing.
This is not their only concert for the year, so if you have some time, you should stop by the First Presbyterian Church and have a listen.
The Illinois Choral Division has another concert at that church on February 23rd at noon for those who are interested. I know for a fact that I will be attending that concert since I am a big fan of classical music. How about you, Aaliyah?
Yeah, that seemed really interesting. I've kind of been trying to find new things to do on campus after, being back here. So definitely want to check it out.
Yeah.
It may have seemed a little darker last weekend. That's because students gathered last Friday to shut off lights throughout campus for Illini Lights Out. Students were assigned a building on campus to turn off lights in rooms not being used. Participants trekked all over campus just to flick off a switch. The Institute for Sustainability, Energy, and Environment at U of I runs the monthly event in an effort to reduce campus energy consumption. The next one will be held on February 25th.
The empty building that used to be a Pizza Hut on the corner of Green and 4th has recently been demolished. After years of the building standing vacant, it is now rumored that they will be building a Raising Cane's in the newly empty lot. Aaliyah, I'm curious if not Raising Cane's, what would you like to see the lot be, that empty building be replaced by?
That's a good question. I will say I do think Raising Cane's is a little overhyped. So maybe bring a little bit of some home back here. Like, I'm from Evanston. The Chicken Shack is really good there. Something of that variety. I would like that.
Yeah, I you know what? Maybe, Chicken Shack, I've had it before. It is definitely a must.
Thank you.
Have you ever wanted to learn more about one of our state's most famous historical figures? Well, now you can. A new pop-up exhibit at the main library is celebrating Abraham Lincoln's 213th birthday. The Lincoln Legacy, honoring his life through the years, features items that showcase Lincoln's life and legacy. They specifically focus on his birthdays, celebrations, and commemorations throughout the years. Lincoln Legacy runs now until Wednesday, February 23rd at the Illinois Historical and Lincoln Collections, which can be found on the 3rd floor of the main library.
With the classic unpredictable Illinois weather, the best way to spend your time might be to stay inside, curled up with a book, cuddling with your dog, or attending a workshop remotely. This past week, the Seibel Center for Design hosted their first hybrid workshop of the semester.
Then it's the fun part, which will kind of come around at, let me say, 12:15 max, where we're gonna kind of go hands-on with some of the tools that will help you hopefully put yourself out there and build creative confidence.
Students and faculty, learners alike, came together to hear about creative confidence. Siebel's head of assessment and research team, Dr. Saad Shahab, says he uses human-centered design. The two main aspects are empathy and iteration.
You need to connect with the people, not only talk to them to suck data from them or to learn from them. We iterate. That's how we learn. That's how we progress. That's the route if you want to end up with a creative or a genuine or innovative design.
Lisa Brault, the Associate Director of Marketing at the Seibel Center, says the workshops are a way to introduce this method, which meant fewer lectures and more activities.
What we really want is for people to get a taste of the experience and what human-centered design and design thinking are all about, and then take it with them a little bit further, whether they just apply it in their job or their classwork, after taking that one workshop, or whether that entices them to maybe consider taking a course.
More than 30 learners attended, the majority of whom were virtual. This is Siebel's second semester of hybrid workshops, and they continue to evolve based on attendee feedback.
People were commenting positively about how much engaging it was, about the hybrid version of the workshop, about the fact that we did not give them a lot of tools, but we gave them time to practice the tools.
The Seibel Center for Design's next hybrid workshop will be March 10th and will focus on compelling communication. All the stories you saw from UI7 today, you can catch them on Thursdays at 11:30 a.m. Students at the university are going back to the gym. Good Morning Illini's Carly Edwards tells us why one student is excited to have a gym close to home.
Anthony Lagreci said it used to take him 20 minutes to get to the Activities and Recreation Center. Now with Campus Recreation Center East reopening, it's just a step from home. Recreation Center East reopened its doors this semester after being closed for nearly 2 years, making it easier for those living in Urbana to get their lifts in. Anthony Lagreci lives in Parr, which is a student resident hall on the far southeast side of Urbana. He prefers Searcy because it saves him time, but he also likes the size of the crowd.
It's always so busy in the Arc and seems to be a little less packed here.
Searcy is the second rec center for U of I students. The past 2 years, staffing shortages forced them to close.
There's a lot of effort and energy and resources going into it.
Jessica Gentry is the Associate of Programs and Risk Management of Campus Recreation. She says the building had to be closed to the public so it could be used as a testing center. But now, with the reopening, planning is essential.
It was really important for us to create a consistent experience. We've also been proud of what we've been able to make happen on campus. Obviously, it's still less than ideal.
Lifting weights may seem exhausting, but for Lagreci, who works out 6 days a week, it helps him through his days.
It just makes a huge difference and not feeling sluggish throughout the day, so definitely recommend it.
All spaces are up and running except the main gym where they are still doing COVID testing. There is not yet an anticipated reopening date for the main gym. Of course, we'll make sure to report when a date is confirmed for the reopening of the main gym. Until then, I need to take some inspiration from Anthony and get myself to work out. As always, make it a Good Morning Illini, and back to you guys.
Yeah.
You know, I'm excited that Searcy's back open. It means that I can use the track again. I love to run, so I mean, are you excited about it?
Yeah, it's going to be a really different experience, not just having to go there for testing, but now you can actually go and work out. And I'm pretty sure people living in the dorms over there are really going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for them.
Yeah, and you know, maybe I can catch Anthony while he's over there as well.
Right?
Work out with him a little bit more, you know?
Yeah, I need some of that energy.
I know.
Sometimes it's hard to get up and work out every day, really, with such a busy schedule.
Especially in the winter. But for most D1 athletes, freshman year is a time to learn new techniques, hone your skills, and integrate with the team. Oftentimes, there's little room for new faces to get playing time.
That's not the case for two freshmen on the Illinois women's tennis team. ISN photojournalist Noah Kyle followed these players to learn about their breakout season and strong connection.
A big contributor to the Illini women's tennis team's fast start this season is two breakout freshmen Kita Ferrari and Megan Heiser. Although both came in as five-star recruits, they come from very different backgrounds. However, it didn't take long before Ferrari and Heiser got adjusted to life on campus and on the team.
It has been so welcoming, and it was so easy to fit in with everybody. Now that it's the spring, I have a lot more confidence in myself.
I've made so many great friends. Even on the team, everyone's just so welcoming, and it was so easy coming in and being a freshman. Obviously I was really nervous, but everyone made it feel like home.
The impressive progress both women have made is largely due to the bond that they formed as college roommates.
And we're just very, very similar people, and it's kind of crazy how close I've become to her.
We're one of the closest on the team, me and her friendship-wise, just because we do spend so much time together. I love her so much, can't say anything bad about her.
As far as tennis goes, they credit their coaches for how much they've improved.
Fall semester to now, I think I've already improved so much, and I give all credit to them. Yeah, I put in the work, but I wouldn't have done it without them, and they've just played a huge role in just improving my tennis already.
9 matches into the season, both have 5-2 singles records, almost tops on the team. Head coach Evan Clark is more impressed than anyone with the amount of unprecedented success both have shown at such a young age.
Kita and Megan have made an immediate impact. I think anytime you play in the lineup as a freshman in doubles and singles, I think that's a pretty special thing. Just maturity level has grown so much just in a short period of time because you're kind of forced to grow up quickly.
Ferrari knows how special this team has become, and she has high hopes for their future.
I feel our team is really, really close, and we can push each other to be the best that we can. We obviously would love to be Big Ten championships, NCAA champions, literally anything I think we could do. So I'm really excited to see how we grow and bond together and continue to win as a team.
While watching these Illini women play is a real racket, it's encouraging to see both freshmen adjust to life on campus and life on the team, and it's a great sign of things to come.
For Good Morning Illini, I'm Illini Sports Night's Noah Cowell.
This weekend, there are several exciting events happening on campus. First, the Union will be showing the latest James Bond movie, No Time to Die, tonight and Saturday at 7 p.m. in the Pine Lounge. I, for one, am really excited. I am a big fan of James Bond, and you know, this movie, the first time I saw it in theaters, was great, and I can't wait to see it again.
I'm actually not that big of a James Bond fan, but I may have to check it out. Maybe it'll stir up some interest for me.
Wait, really? You're not a James Bond fan?
No, I don't know. He just never got interested in it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not for everyone.
Lyric Theater at Illinois will be hosting Carnival tonight, starting at 6 in the Follinger lobby. The event is a party celebrating the end of the holiday season, encouraging patrons to dress up and bring their Mardi Gras mask. There will be jazz bands, themed food, acrobats, gaming tables, and more. Wow, that seems really interesting. That's something I wanted to check out. I didn't even know that was happening.
I didn't know either. You know, I might have to go check that out and then go to the movie tomorrow.
Yeah.
That way I can get, you know, a bit of both, especially because like I can't, like the music, it's like Mardi Gras style, and I really, you know, it's cool. I really want to know more about it. I want to, you know, experience that at Follinger.
Yeah, it seems like a great lineup this weekend on campus.
Yeah. Finally, Cranert will be hosting an Afro-Brazilian percussion workshop on Saturday at 2 p.m. in the orchestra rehearsal room. Participants will be introduced to Afro-Brazilian drumming traditions, including samba, reggae, and maracatu. The workshop is free and will be hosted 4 more times later this semester. I can't wait for this. I'm really excited. I'm going to be there. You can catch me there.
You're going to be there?
Yeah, I am.
Participating?
Yep.
Okay. I think that's definitely going to be something that's fun.
I hope so too.
But as part of the Illini Union's Musical Mondays event series, Chicago DJ Rico Mash performed a free concert in the Courtyard Cafe last Friday. Good Morning Illini photojournalist Elaine Cleary covered the event, and that story will air on our show next Friday. Let's take a sneak peek.
Coming up on Good Morning Illini, University of Illinois alum DJ Rico Mash performed at the Union's Musical Monday event. Most students who ended up on the dance floor were just doing homework or passing by. They hear a good song, run in, dance, and jet out.
That to me is just, I caught somebody's attention. I made them forget about whatever was going on. Oh, I got something, like a paper I got to get done. And for that moment, they were in the zone, they were living. So, yeah, that's what I do.
Listen to some of Rico Mash's work on Friday at 11 a.m.
It's, you know, I missed it. I wish I could have been there. That looked like a lot of fun. Do you know what DJ Rico Mash is about?
I've never actually really heard of him, but I always feel like when I'm in the Illini Courtyard, there's something interesting going on, or I don't know, it's always a great place to just stop by and you always find something to do.
Yeah, that is true. They did seem like they were having a lot of fun, especially because, you know, it's a big area. They were dancing.
Yeah, they seem to really be hyping up the Union.
Yeah, you know, bust down them dance moves, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I wish I could have been there. I wish I could have seen it. You know, sadly I missed it, yeah, but it's okay. If you missed any part of our show or want to rewatch a story, visit our Vimeo channel. You can find us on social media on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram page. Make sure to scan the QR code on the screen. Plus, you can see all of our stories on our website at ui7live.com/WP.
Well, that's all the time we have in our show for today.
We will be back next week, same time, same place, for another episode of
Good Morning Illini.